Okay, so we are here with Mr. Graneau,
Graneau, yeah.
and he is a farmer in the Kalinago Territory. Mr. Graneau, good afternoon. What can you tell us post Maria? How has the farming community here survived?
Yeah, thanks. Good afternoon. Well, the thing is, with our farmers here after the Maria experience, I think what really brought us to light is that the farmers, they came together and they realized that there was nothing else to do in terms of like what people was doing, and there was little work and people had the land.
Yeah.
So people decided to go back into the farm and with their own, some people, their own monies, they put, the most challenging thing was to get inputs and things. But what we did, we go back in, we had land, so we got guys to clear the lands, and then we decided we're going to have, sooner or later, the Caribbean are going to need food. So we start planting plantains, fig, banana, all yams, tanya, and we went back with the whole idea that we would get some support, serious support from government. Realized that that was the time to give us something, incentive, so we can go on, you understand? And we did. And most of the farming was right here in the territory. So it was easier for those farmers to go back to the farm. It was like in your backyard. A lot of the lands were just open out. As a matter of fact, after Maria, you didn't have much work to do in terms of clearing land. The hurricane had already cleared practically 85% of the land. So all you have to do is serious, do a little thing, and it was really encouraging.
Yeah.
And we went back and we decided to let us do what territory, the Kalinago people, that's always been resilient people. And I think that was the key. We go back with serious willingness to achieve something. So now you realize after Maria, after 3-4 years, so most of the farmers in the territory were back on track and production was right up there.
So, in terms of the type of crops, we see that there's a big focus in the Kalinago territory for root crop cultivation. How has that been going?
Well, to be honest, like the potatoes, the tanyas, and the yams, if we go back maybe many years ago, and our grandfathers or maybe our parents would tell us, 1939 hurricane and those hurricanes and 1979 hurricanes,
Yeah.
those crops was the crop that survived any hurricane because they were under the root crops were down.
Yeah.
Although they say in 1940 the hurricane actually root off some of them.
Wow.
That was a serious hurricane, but then farmers decided if we can go back, that is a faster crop. Like you see the potatoes, 3 months. Within 3 months you plant, you have potatoes. So that was the main thing, is to go back into potatoes and yams, which are 9 months, 6 months, all depends. Dashing, sometimes 3 months. All depends how you plant it. So we decided to go back and just go back and concentrate on the root crops, which was faster, you understand?
Yeah.
Because the plantains and the bananas will take a little more time. Although a lot of people plant a lot of planting. But the root crops were faster, a faster yield. In 3 months, you have money in your pocket.
And in terms of incentive, I mean, you touched on that earlier in your intro. Has that been forthcoming for the Kalinago territory?
Yes, I can say to some level, yes, because I think in the Kalinago territory, they were giving manure, they give you some inputs. Some farmers got a lot of input from under the World Bank too. The World Bank had a program where they give farmers inputs and material to work. Spray machines and whatever, some people did get that. So that give us the kind of zeal to go back. You understand?
Excellent.
Because without that, we could not really push. Although we have what it takes to, we didn't have those things that we could still hit the soil in. You understand? But with that incentive, when it take a little while to come, when it do come, we already was advanced.
Was advanced.
Yeah. So that, in a sense, but what we need more of that. You see the inputs to sustain. We don't have like.
So in terms of recommendation, you're recommending more inputs, more equipment.
Farmers, because we're going to face hard times coming, trust me.
Okay.
Because we've got water going on there, it's going to be a little troublesome. So we have to, if the government can help us. They have been helping, I wouldn't say no, because the Kalinago farmers did get inputs, you understand? So if they can at least now and then give us a little hand, so we can just ride smoothly, you understand?
And how has the market been? I mean, so production has been going well, but in terms of market and selling your produce, how has that been going?
Well, the market, to be honest, the hucksters take a lot of that. We sell a lot of the stuff to the hucksters, and then there's, to be honest, in-house I call it. We sell most of our food to the Kalinago. The territory consume a lot of the food. You understand?
Its own food.
Its own food. Plus, we send out most of the hucksters from that side on the move, St. Joseph, Maraga. They come in and they buy. We sell, and you know.
Do you see any room for improvement?
Yes, to me, the markets, we need a steady market, you understand?
Okay.
We don't want, the hucksters come, yes, then they give us different price, they give us, you know, we need somewhere where a market we can go and sell our produce, and we know if it's a $2, it's $2, you understand? Steady, and we can sell to that market.
I understand.
You understand? Like, if ever I just touch on the passion fruit, there's a program going on now for the passion fruit farmers. In the territory to do so, we're going to plant some passion fruit. But in passion fruit study, here's a passion fruit field community, and we can the people, and we can sell directly to Dexia. So Dexia know if it's every week we can give Dexia at least 10,000 pounds. We know exactly, we know which straight we're going to sell to Dexia. We don't think in scratching our head who next, you understand?
Who next?
Dexia's there, they say they'll take any amount of passion fruit. Well, that's a good initiative, you understand?
Yes, yes.
But in terms of the other, as I tell you, the other crops, we have the land. What we need is just a push and some incentive. You understand? Inputs is number one. If we can get the inputs, I believe my suggestion and my recommendation, if we can get inputs at a special price, because remember the inputs are costly.
Costly. Yes.
Yeah, so the government can kind of break that down for us, and it would be good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Graneau, David Graneau.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for taking the time out. This is a regional report, so this is going to get quite a bit of traction.
Okay.
And hopefully your plight goes up.
Amen.
Okay, so
Yeah.
thanks again.
You're most welcome.